as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Jones throw here taken in by Ingram. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 42. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with touchdown Cowboys.
Well, you don't become a two-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed?
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Jones now to throw on third down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A first down carry for Barkley. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They'll try to run for it with Barkley, and he'll take this one down to the 36. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the off.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zerline good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On first down, Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
coming up at halftime. I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones gets this quickly to Ingram. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's Jones throwing on 1st. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. To try again after the sack. Jones, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Prescott to throw it. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw is Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Zerline good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. This will be fielded inside the 5, and his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Jones A final shot before break. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run left with Pollard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Off the play fake, Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far,
touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This take it in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go to Elliott again. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Elliott. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
29 is Mike 29. Yo, 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 yo.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. So the challenge does not sway the official's decision. Spot of the football going to remain right where it is. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott escaping the pressure right. That is caught by Lamb. Powers by at the 40 and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They find some open field here. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now Elliott. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To throw again on second down. Jones, and that is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DeMonte. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And oh, that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? That's what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, it's Elliott. Shrugs him off. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 107 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And who's got it? The Giants. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.